Now I'm recording.
You're good?
Yep.
Hello and welcome to the first session of our new tabletop campaign that we're going to be doing here on the channel. It's called JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Havoc Moon. I'm sure you can guess which franchise that's based on the name. That's the second time I've said that. But yeah, based on Persona. How spontaneous of you, Jack. Anyway, in case you can't tell, we've tried to begin this recording a couple of times now, but we've got it sorted now, hopefully. Hopefully you can hear what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I can't wait for OBS to fuck up.
It will. We'll find a way.
my
But you know what? We're going
pastime.
now.
But yeah, so obviously this is going to be a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure tabletop campaign. We're using the Overarm system, which is a tabletop system I've not used before personally. I'm the DM, by the way. I should probably have said that earlier. Darnell, why don't you tell us more about the Overarm system? Because I know you've got the Wikipedia open for it.
Sure. So, well, the drive-through RPG, but yeah. So Overarms was a system I heard about sometime after we did our second JoJo campaign, which, as Tan mentioned, was very bare bones. And it's a rules-light system. It's still somewhat bare bones, but it has some structure to it that adds, a little bit more tabletop mechanics. It's very simple. It's made for Persona and JoJo-style campaigns. So we bought the PDFs, and we're going to try it out. And we're brand new to it, so if we need a time to look up in our rule books, I have the rule book up, or if we mess up a rule, it's all good. You don't need to tell us in the comments. We'll figure it out eventually. But we're just going to kind of have some fun with it. It's made by Rookie Jet, by the way. They do some tabletop stuff.
Yeah, if we make any mistakes, you shouldn't tell us, because it's
I've said this before the recording. Let's be honest. No one watching has used Overarms. You don't know.
Yeah, this is a very new system, and I looked it up on YouTube, and there was one other channel with about 500 views who did a campaign with Overarm system. So it's not like a system that I think most of you will be familiar with anyway. But just in case there's someone out there,
making up game mechanics as we go along and pretending it's part of the system.
We deadass
how are you
might.
ever gonna know?
Yeah,
I've only done it twice.
Without further ado, Tan introduced himself as the DM. I am playing as Hayden Wright. He is a 27-year-old...
Maybe we will get to that a bit more
never mind.
the actual game part.
My bad.
I thought we were supposed to introduce ourselves in character.
Yeah, me.
Yeah, once we're in character.
My bad. All right,
Yeah.
never mind. Tanhony, you take the wheels.
Let's sort of introduce the setting and everything first for this. So, Darnell, why don't you read out the setting?
Motherfucker. All
You're
right.
letting him do it? You're the DM.
He's so eager. Okay, fine. There's a little blurb I sent to everyone just to give them an idea of how this is going to work. So I'm going to read this verbatim. That's my new word. Malerna City, a cultural and technological hub right on the eastern coast of the United States. It's said that Malerna is 10 years ahead of the rest of the country when it comes to technology, infrastructure, and the creative arts. From afar, it certainly looks like the city of the future. But for the people who have to live there, it just becomes so very boring. Whether it's school, work, or just day-to-day existence, it feels like everyone's life has become a cycle of sleep and exhaustion. The fancy architecture and the latest technology that the city is so proud of has begun to feel like the walls of a great cage closing in on you. Every day the same loop, every day nothing changes. Until one day, while browsing the internet, an advert pops up on your computer. Ordinarily, you'd close something like this and not give it a second thought, but something about it gives you pause. A bizarre wording, maybe, or the fact that it doesn't seem to be actually advertising anything. It mentions the Havoc Moon game, and the second you think that might be interesting, it seems you've entered. Immediately, your room flows with light, and when your vision clears, you are no longer alone. A vision of your life energy is with you. And over the coming days, you get a feel for what this thing is and what kind of powers it grants you. Like the advert said, though, these powers are yours on a trial basis. And when you get a message on your phone directing you to an abandoned bar to meet with your new game team, you're obliged to play along. After all, something interesting is finally happening.
This would be where we'd play our theme song if we had one.
Yeah, we don't have
You're
one.
implying we don't have one.
There will be no...
Let's start playing the Part 4 opening.
There's no...
Breakdown!
There's no music yet for...
We haven't introduced Kiri yet. We can't start playing Breakdown.
Yeah,
Don't spoil part 9 like that.
There's no music yet because of YouTube blah blah blah, but I sent Tan a site with some free tabletop audio to use, so hopefully next session onwards we'll have music for you guys.
Well, you'll have to imagine it. We'll just have to subsist without it.
Yeah.
Just
some people
listen to the
don't
JoJo
have
Part 4 soundtrack.
Yeah, just put on the JoJo
Okay.
Part 4 soundtrack in the background and it'll probably...
Okay, I'll tell you what to do. Open up YouTube on a separate tab. Type in JoJo Part 4 OST. Right at the top, there's a playlist. Just click on that and just have that playing in the background as we go on.
Yeah, just keep it on like a low volume and you'll be good.
There we go.
All right, so
Modern
Tam,
problems require modern solutions.
why don't you take us by the hand and lead us to the land, my friend?
Yeah, of course. So, as the blurb said, you've all been directed to an abandoned bar via message on your phones. This seems like an interesting thing. For whatever reasons, you've all decided to go along. This is the last time I'm going to tell you what you decided, so don't worry. So, it's the place you end up in. It's in a bit of a less reputable part of the city. Malena doesn't have many of these, but any city really does. And it looks like it is, as the message said, abandoned. So there's a little sign swinging out outside. Last Stop Saloon, it's called. Makes you think of like maybe a cowboy place and very unfitting for a modern city. And it says abandoned. It looks like it maybe was never actually even finished. It's more like a skeleton of a place where people might one day hang out. The various sort of wooden planks of a bar. There's the door looks like there's no locks or anything.
Like someone was building a bar and then the... What'd you say?
I said, are we in Good Springs?
Oh, maybe. And so it's kind of like a bar someone was... It's like a bar someone was building and then the investor pulled out and then they're like, well, fuck it.
Exactly.
Well, the investor was really big into Fallout New Vegas.
Yeah, and then he got over it. He started playing a new Fallout game. He's like, I don't want this anymore.
Oh, well, suddenly I hate the investor.
But yeah, and it seems like this is the place you've been directed to. There's sawdust everywhere on top of these half-finished tables. The dust is like clogging your throat as you walk in. So, but as you walk in, which one of you would arrive first, would you say?
I would probably go in first.
Definitely Jack, I agree.
Okay, so Jack walks in, but who is Jack in this world? Why don't we find out? Tell us about yourself, Jack.
I am Yuzo Kayama. I'm a 22-year-old, frankly, dashingly beautiful American-Japanese man with mid-length, unkempt hair and a knockout smile. As for now, for the time being, my backstory is going to be a little vague, but essentially,
fair enough.
I'm working as a bartender for the time being, and I really like.
Does that give you
billiards.
So, as a bartender, what kind of insight do you have on this this bar? What do you think about it?
I think it really needs to be cleaned up. This place is fucking filthy.
Yeah, the fact that there's sawdust everywhere seems like a major health violation if this place was in use.
This is actually... It actually looks like the Dust Bowl is taking place in here.
Thank God none of us have asthma. That'd be a mess.
But yeah, so this dashingly beautiful man has arrived. Taking a seat, you're just standing around waiting for your apparent game team. How are you going to proceed here, Jack?
Well, I'm certainly not having a drink in this fucking place, but...
Unless you like liquid termites, I don't imagine there's much to go.
I might just take a seat at the counter and just like watch over the place, like see what's going on in the tavern, because I imagine I'm not literally the only person here, right?
So far you are. It is, when I say abandoned, I do mean abandoned.
Oh, I didn't catch the abandoned part. Okay. So I guess there is nothing to do but to sit on my ass.
Right, but who will arrive next at the Last Stop Saloon?
Probably you, right, Stigma?
Yeah, I think through the door walks a East Asian man in his early 30s, looking sort of slick but sleazy with his business suit unbuttoned. He's gonna take a look around and say, "Wow, what a piece of shit this is."
I raise a hand as he says that, and I'm like, I agree. Also, hello.
Hello. He's gonna walk over, maybe take his hand out. Name's Wei. I go away.
I shake his hand and I say, I'm Yuzo Kayama. Nice to meet you.
And as you are greeting each other, you hear the little ding of the bell as the door opens again, and who should enter but...
Who should enter but Hayden Wright, with his hood pulled over his head, kind of slouched forward, hands in his pockets, and he's kind of peering into the door because, well, one, he's a NEET, so he's a little bit scared of, like, being out of his house and at a shady abandoned bar, and he's, like, half expecting to get mugged, so he's just like, hello? Anyone there?
And in comes Nintendo. I look past Iggy there. I wave at Hayden. Yo.
Oh, you guys must be my, what did that ad say, teammates? We're a team, right?
I guess so.
Epic.
We're a group.
Alright, let me come on in then. I kind of close the door and huddle over. I'm Hayden, by the way.
Nice to meet you. I'm Yuzo Kayama.
Name's Iego Way.
Oh, Iego, you're pretty dressed up. I thought this was like a casual thing.
This is casual.
He's just ignoring me in my fucking bartender suit.
Hey, but you're in a bar, are you not? Compared to Mr. Suit McGee over here.
I guess that's true.
you dress the most for the occasion.
Maybe he just assumes this is your bar.
Yeah, you know what? That's probably actually exactly what I'm assuming. I'm like, this is a nice place you run here.
I am offended by that suggestion.
This place kind of reminds me of that game, Fallout. It's kind of an old game. I'd understand if you don't recognize it.
No, I've played it, but...
Oh, based? Yeah. I mean...
Based on what?
Nice. That was epic. I bet if you clean this place up, you'd get some more customers, but, yeah, where the hell are we?
It's not my bar.
Oh, my bad.
So, yeah, as that question, where are we? It sort of does drive you to just check, again, the advert you initially received about the Havoc Moon game. Just to sort of see maybe there's anything in there that's shed a bit more light on what you're meant to do.
Yeah.
So,
Alright, I pull it up on my phone. Do you want me to pull it up in lore?
Yeah, just so, this is quite blatantly an excuse to show it to the audience, so...
Alright, so let me get the advert open and I'll take a screenshot of it.
They can't see the screenshot, Darnell.
Oh, I thought you wanted that. Never mind, I'm dumb.
I mean, it's audio.
Your fucking name on Google is Tanhony. Which is actually the correct pronunciation of your name, so...
Well, why don't one of us read through this advert just so the audience can see what it consists of?
Sure. Do you want to cover this, Jack?
Sure. Do you want to live a life that is not this one? Do you want to live as a person that is not you? Do you desire your purpose? It can be done. Accept it. A special power will be accomplished when you accept the Havoc Moon into your heart. It is a vision of your life energy, and it is yours on a trial basis. You will play the Havoc Moon game. There will be contact with you. We know who you are and where you are right now. It is the Havoc Moon game. In the East, the far East, when a person is sentenced to death, they're sent to a place where they can't escape, never knowing when an executioner may step up behind them and fire a bullet into the back of their head. Fight and fight.
So,
It's a very encouraging advert.
who are we supposed to be fighting? Each other?
There's a lot of typos in this, I say as I narrow my eyes.
Yeah, I caught that too.
It's probably written by a dum-dum.
Your phone, as you're discussing this, you do receive a message on your phones, all simultaneously. What kind of ringtones do you have out of interest?
Probably some sort of, like, anime or video game jingle.
The default ringtone.
It's like doo-doo-doo.
Yes, that is the ringtone.
But it's like a few lines from Blue Moon.
Nice, nice.
Blue Moon.
And you received this text message already, the same texts.
Tanhony is typing.
And this is a loud text.
We could just hear them in the other room typing.
This is like the end of the Wizard of Oz.
Alright.
Can I read it?
Oh yeah, go for it.
Welcome, game team. You are guys. Get ready to be friends and for round 1 of the Havoc Moon game. And I just after reading that, I look at Hayden and Iggy with an eyebrow cocked, and I'm like, who the fuck is spelling this shit like this?
Yeah, I mean, even I'm not this bad.
Even you?
Well, you know, when you spend a lot of time as a gamer, you gotta shorten the way you type, and sometimes you make mistakes.
Oh
But-
my god. This is where Hayden reveals he's a RAR XD kind of guy.
I'm a bit crazy. I'm actually an esports professional in training. I'm only gold in League of Legends, but I'll get there. It's just because I'm an elo.
Oh my god.
League of Legends, I thought that game died out years ago.
It did. I play on a private server.
Hans Harbor Hotel. That is where you will find your destined. The elevator there will hold your happiness.
The Hans Harbor Hotel. Is that near here?
So you, well, how do you want to look this up? On your phone, or?
Would I know about that nearby, like off the top of my head?
Not really, no.
Okay, I'll just look it up then.
So yeah, on Google Maps, as you search it up, you do find a Hans Harbor Hotel. It's a bit on the coast, rather than more of the middle of the city where you are now. It's an older hotel.
That's where
Looks
you
like...
DocDocGo.
Oh, of course, I'm sorry. You mean Go, because it's copyrighted.
Oh my god! Dick go.
I said Doc. That was the copy.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's even more corrupted. But yeah, so they...
Corrupted my corruption.
When you look at the Google Maps, the Go, you do see that there are many one-star reviews, mainly about how it's closed at the moment for pest extermination, and the ones before that, mainly about how there are pests everywhere.
I kind of don't want to go here.
You heard, man.
I think we should pick up some hand sanitizer on the way, because I feel like every place we're gonna be sent to is gonna be fucking filthy.
Yeah, speaking of, actually, if this is on the coast and we're in the middle of the city, isn't it kind of far? How long is it going to take to get there?
I can drive a spare.
You have a car?
You don't?
Sweating nervously. I have a bike.
Like
Is that
a motorbike.
No, it's, you know, the kind you pedal with your legs. I didn't bring it because I didn't want it to get stolen. I walked here.
Oh dear.
Well, I guess eco-friendly guy.
Yeah, that's what it is. I'm just eco-friendly and not poor.
This is so sad.
Ruthlessly flexing on day one meeting.
I'm just watching this happen. Like it's like watching two clever bots have a conversation.
As you discuss this, I will be right back because my battery has just run out of my mouth, so I need to grab one.
Everyone party while the DM is gone.
Alright, I'm taking Tan's place as the DM for now.
Oh shit.
Alright, I'm
Assuming
gonna
direct
do my
control.
best to break all the rules while you're DMing.
Oh,
I'm
well,
upping all my
I'm glad
stats,
for
Tan,
that.
and you're not here to see it.
I'm actually just gonna level myself up to max real quick.
Hell yes. So, Mr. Way, was it? What do you do?
Not much. Just handle a few divorce cases here and there.
You're a lawyer?
Okay.
He's gonna gesture to the suit. Yeah.
Oh, well, you may not.
Lawyers, of course, are the only kind of job where you wear a suit.
You might not guess
that
this, but
country is also empty.
for sure, Tim. You might not guess it, but I actually went to law school. Wasn't my thing, so I dropped out to become an esports star.
Didn't you say you were gold?
Well, it's just because of elo hell. You get bad randoms. You can't really control it. It's totally real. I'll get up there one day. Wait, how do you know so much about League of Legends?
I'm raising an eyebrow as Hayden says that because I'm not much of a gamer, but that doesn't sound right.
It definitely does not. He is not a good gamer. He is not.
Well, you said you were only gold, right? Only implies it's not very good.
I was just being humble. It's actually the highest rank. I lie.
Oh, I see. It's like the Olympics then.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I'm back in action.
Bronze, silver, gold. Yep, those are the only divisions in League of Legends. And I'm
raising an eyebrow. I'm raising my other eyebrow as Hayden says that.
But yeah, so we have our destination. But how will we get there? It's up to you, of course.
Well, Mr. Way said he'd drive us.
Who are you talking to?
You. I'm assuming direct control.
We're talking. You know how like the narrator is a character in JoJo?
Yeah. Tanhony's just on the side narrating everything as a fourth character.
On the speedwagon.
He's the cameraman.
Stigma's guy has a car, so I say we take his car unless Yuzo's got something he wants to drive in.
Can we just start doing soliloquies like unprompted?
This world
Please
is
do.
perfect.
So you're taking the car then?
Yeah, what does your car look like, Stigma? Is it like a super rich guy car? Like, is it a Tesla or is this just like a functional car?
I'm not gonna say it's a Bentley, but I'm not gonna say it's not a Bentley.
So it's a Bentley. Got it.
I did not say that.
Shotgun! I'm gonna quickly hop in the front.
That's fine with me because I am going to lie down in the back.
Oh, this guy's 3,000 IQ.
Do either of your characters smell?
No, I do not.
I
smell, but I smell fucking amazing.
I probably showered like 2 days ago.
I think Aego would maybe start moving his hand to pinch his nose, but then he's gonna stop and catch himself. You work out recently, Mr. Right?
Yeah, you could say something like that. Sweating.
Oh.
I understand.
It like flashbacks to him sitting on his chair for 18 hours straight, playing ranked.
But yeah, so great. You head off then, and as you're driving through the city, you get a bit of the route you're taking. You get a bit of a glimpse of the level of technology in the city here. You can see little drones fly past every now and then. The sort of dilapidated part of the city you're in fades away into this sort of modern metropolis, full of like adverts, more adverts than actually you need on a building, just sort of blurring out at you. Just a blimp up in the air with the local sports team's logo on the side. Just sort of people with air umbrellas. You're familiar with the air umbrella?
Yeah, the air umbrella that never got funded, or got funded but never came out.
Yeah, there's a real in this city, Millennium City.
Wow, so this really is a paradise.
Yeah.
Do we see any like esports teams on the advertisements?
You do, yes, in fact. And they're all just sort of like, well, I don't know if you have the sort of vocabulary I go, but Hayden, to you they look like a bunch of normies, to be honest.
These guys are just posers. They're not real gamers. They're just plants from the industry.
What's this subplot that's becoming?
No, that's not real. That's his jealousy.
Okay.
That's not real at all.
Not real.
It's like when people who don't make it in the music industry say that everyone's a plant.
So, and as you all sort of come to this little square that's got the route to the beachfront here, The traffic light turns red. I assume you obey traffic laws.
For now, yeah.
And as you stop for the traffic light, the beat up car behind you bumps into the back of your car.
Igo will unroll his window, flip the bird, and say, "Watch where you're going, asshole."
There is no response, not even an angry honk. But as it turns green, you are able to continue on your way. As it's sort of coming down the hill now. You can see the beach sort of glittering with the sun coming off it as you approach. I mentioned air umbrellas. It stopped raining now because it's nice now, and you can see the hotels. Well, it's not raining anymore, is what I mean.
How long did we drive?
It's a long drive. It's a busy city. You ever tried to drive in a city? You fool?
I have many times.
Well, you've never drove in a real city.
Okay, Mr. Fucking Village Liver.
I mean, he's right.
But yeah, there's all these skyscrapers of the hotels. Most of these are sort of glittering just as much as the ocean and the sunlight. Very well kept. You can sort of immediately identify the Hans Harbour Hotel. It's off to the side. It's a skyscraper like the others, but it is much like the bar, like a piece of shit. It's just sort of covered up with just windows broken. People have obviously been squatting in here. And it's still in the distance, but you can tell it's not going to be a nice time. It'll be going to be just as unpleasant as the bar. And as you're turning to sort of come down, the beat-up car behind you bumps into the back of your car again. In fact, it looks like you're not sure when it started coming, like being on the same path. It's almost like it's following you at this point.
Hayden, flip that guy for me.
I open the window and very quickly, 0.5 seconds, stick my middle finger out. Showed him.
As you do, you see the car growing larger in your vision as it comes to ram you.
Okay, there's definitely something wrong! Turn! Get out of the way, Mr. Way!
He's gonna slam his foot on, wait, are we parked, outside the hotel already?
You're coming down the hill towards the beachfront.
Yeah, that's why I'm telling you to steer out of the way before he rams you.
We're speeding up!
What? We're gonna try and race him?
We'll outrun him. I'm not letting that guy crash into me again.
Oh God! I'm nervously looking behind, trying to give him. Yeah, I'm trying to give him updates as he goes.
So, what kind of maneuver you intending here? You said you're gonna ram him.
Well, we're gonna outspeed him. Then we're gonna turn around.
As he's doing that, I'm basically assuming that we're under attack by this guy. Because,
it would appear so.
Probably a safe assumption.
So I shout up, hey, can you lower one of the windows here?
He'll press the button and do it.
Alright. I am going to pull a pool cue stick out of basically fucking nowhere and hold up a white cue ball. And the cue ball is gonna float in the air. And after a split second, another ball, an object ball, will appear shortly ahead. And just sort of outside the car, following along with it. And I'm going to I'm gonna do an angled shot to ricochet the cue ball off of the object ball and attack the car that's chasing us.
Right. Okay. So let's see what kind of roll that would be then, because that's using your stand as well.
You're gonna spend 1 AP, right? To attack with your stand.
Sorry, what was that?
You're spending an AP, right? Because you're attacking with your stand.
I guess, yeah.
Alright, I'll keep track of that in the RP channel.
I would say as a check, that would be Dex and range there. Well, are you aiming for a specific sort of target on the car, or?
I'm gonna try and take out one of the wheels.
Right, so yeah, Dex and range, I would say there.
Alright. Well, I mean, my attack is gonna be
Dex and speed. It's because he's an assassin.
Right. That's my mistake. Sorry. There we go. Like I said,
it'll be Dex and speed +1. So in
How do
the
I use the bot here?
you go to roles.
You have to get an 8 here
Oh,
for
there
this,
it
by the way.
is.
Yeah, did you see
Okay,
how I did it? You
see
can
now.
do exclamation D whatever plus D whatever plus 1, and it'll work. Alright, so the dex and speed for Jack. So for those who don't know, the stats each have a dice that we chose beforehand.
Holy shit!
You almost got a crit there.
Holy crap, he did! He got the next highest on each dice, and then it's also
So
plus 1.
I assume that wheel is fucking gone. Or
Yeah,
that,
Yeah. So it's as you're watching Caden, you're the because I assume
Yeah, because I'm looking back to give
driving.
updates, and I see the pool stick appear out of nowhere.
It's like this perfect moment as the car's moving, the other car's moving, but it's this sort of deadly calm coming from our boy Yuzo. I just sort of takes in a breath, lines up his shot, and then the wheel on the other car smashes apart as the ball smashes into it, and it flips over onto its side and comes to a halt behind you.
Holy shit, that was awesome!
Holy shit, that was your what they call it, a stand?
Yeah, that's right. It's called Blue Moon. With this pool stick, I'm able to summon a bunch of cue balls and object balls and ricochet them off each other in order to attack from multiple angles and from a long distance.
That was a sick shot, dude, and you weren't even using aimbot.
Was the ball he just used blue in color?
No.
Aiko's gonna look a bit confused.
You know the name of our abilities doesn't have to be exactly what they are, right?
Of course I know that.
Mr. President from Part 5, showing up in the background.
Paul the ref cameo.
Oh lord. So yeah, the car slid to a stop, right?
Yeah, it's upside down.
Has Iego also stopped, or is he still driving?
I think upon both seeing what's going on in his rearview mirror and also probably hearing this car crash, he's gonna skid to a halt. He's gonna go, holy shit, did you kill that guy?
I think he might have.
As you're wondering this, you see one of the car windows open and a young man in a hoodie sort of crawl out, coughing his lungs out.
I don't remember the advert mentioning us killing people.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't know what the fuck it was saying. The spelling was so bad. Something about fighting.
Yeah, if I would just, rough him up a bit.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to kill him, but there wasn't really any other way to take out that car.
I'm gonna step out of the car and, very cautiously, I'm not approaching him, but I'm stepping forward a little. I'm gonna be like, are you okay?
He sort of looks, I don't. He's looking around all suspiciously. I don't know what happened. I think I must have slipped on the ice or something. He says this despite the fact that it's a clear sunny day.
You know what?
Is it summertime, Tan?
It is summertime, yes.
I'm wondering.
I step out of the car and I point to him in a JoJo style, and he says, "Ice in the summertime? I think not."
I'm gonna try and. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was going to ask him what you were going to do.
I'm gonna try and subtly prod at him to see if this is just clearly someone lying badly, or if he seems to truly believe what he's saying. Because if it's the latter, maybe he's under control or something. So I'm just gonna be like, "Hey, what do you mean about the ice? Are you okay?" And I'm just gonna try and pay attention to his, facial features, see if he's lying, see if I can find any tells.
Every possible direction. It's like, have you seen that LA Noire video with the guys looking
Yeah.
There was ice everywhere. Woof. I don't even know. It's crazy. Did anyone get that guy's...
Does he actually just woof in the middle of that?
Did anyone see the guy's registration plate? The ice? I mean, the ice? Anyone seen Santa Claus? Oh my god, what happened?
I glance at Iggy in the car. Because I feel like...
Oh yeah, you're the lawyer. We should sue this guy for every penny he's got.
Speaking of which, Aigo's gonna step out of the car, and this guy, he doesn't look like he's in like immediate threat of dying, right?
He is not. No, he's a bit bruised up, obviously, because he's been in a horrific car crash. But
Hey,
he's not
buddy,
like
care to explain what you were doing there?
doing. I'm just driving. I'm just minding my own business. What do you mean? And as he's saying that, like trying to crawl backwards, his phone does drop out of his pocket. And before it sort of goes to its lock screen, you do catch a glimpse of black background and pink text.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest right now. While they've got their eyes on this guy, I'm gonna be glancing around because if this guy is clearly going to be a stand user, and so if he's attacking us, that means there is going to be at least 2 other people also trying to attack us.
Oh, that's a good point, because if we're in a team, they're probably in a team too.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna... Feeling confident because I haven't come to the same conclusion as Yuzo yet, because there's 3 of us and one of him and he's bruised up. I'm gonna start stepping forward and I'm gonna be like, I don't know, you're sounding mighty sus right now.
Oh god.
Sussy imposter, maybe?
Imposter? What do you mean? I'm just me. I'm just a guy, you know?
I'm like stepping forward
I'm
menacingly, feeling all confident because I got my 2 friends. I'm like, maybe we'll just have to take care of you. I'm like trying to crack my knuckles and failing.
I think Aego's gonna walk up, like her hand like on Hayden's chest, kind of just like brushing him aside, so we're going bit like implying, okay, let's professional handle this.
Of course.
And he's gonna say,
I admit I was tailgating.
What's your name?
My name? It's Dave.
Dave, buddy. How are your personal finances doing?
My personal finances.
I hope this is the first non-lie he said, and that's actually his fucking name.
His name's Dave, buddy.
You know what? Well, everyone's got to make ends meet, you know? I mean, I was a sandwich artist for 6 months, so you know I'm telling the truth there. But, you know, what do you mean my personal finances? I'm a rich guy. I own an apartment on Malibu Street. But, you know, everyone's got to make ends meet.
Ah, rich guy.
Yeah.
You can afford to pay the fee for my caravan.
Sure thing. Just send the bill to my my address. It's 222 Rich Lane.
My instincts, Aego's instincts say he's lying, but what does the math say?
What do you mean?
I think he's asking, can he roll to like?
Yeah, basically.
Of course. So that'll be intelligent. Well, let me have a look. Maybe intelligence. What do you guys say?
I think it's intelligence, yeah, or charisma, maybe.
Yeah. So you need to get a 4 for this.
Okay, wait, intelligence or charisma? Can I use either one?
Either one, yeah.
Okay.
Iago's a charismatic guy. Aego, sorry.
Hi, it's not letting me enter for some reason.
It's the power of my stand. You can no longer roll.
What? I can't type any message.
It's called rolling in the deep.
Do you want me to roll it for you?
Yes, I can't, like... I'm pressing enter, just the message just
It's a D12, right? Because you're doing charisma?
Yeah, it's a D12.
This episode to be fucking unlistenable.
It really will be, but that's the beauty of RP, baby. Oh, he made it!
You just made it. It's the most obvious lie you've ever heard in your life.
I'm gonna be honest, I was kind of hoping that...
Yeah, I was also kind of hoping that you're like, oh, I see.
Dave, buddy, I'm sorry.
Buddy. He's gonna walk up and he's gonna step on the guy's hand.
No, my hand, I need that!
You, ever heard of the Havoc moon game?
No.
He's gonna, like stamp his heel
I
more
feel like
into his hand.
I don't even need to roll to tell that was a clear tell.
He's gonna, like, grind his heel along the hand.
While Iego is fucking him up, I'm gonna grab his cell phone off the ground and using one of my like script kitty scripts on my phone, I'm gonna try and like see if I can't peer into his phone. As long as it only has like basic protections like a pin or a swipe, I should hopefully be able to look into it. I can make a roll if you'd prefer.
I'd say for intelligence roller, yeah.
All right.
So let's say it needs to be a 6 there.
If it's a modern
9?
phone, you could just use his. There's probably a fingerprint scanner, and you could just use his finger.
I made the check,
You
right?
get
I got a
into-
9.
You got into it with ease because you're such a hacker. You're
Yeah.
4chan himself.
Yeah, I am the hacker 4chan. I'm using like a script kitty script I found online.
And what it sort of still open on the message it was immediately before the phone locked,
Right.
which is as suspected on black background, pink text, reading the following. Let me just type up what it says.
Sure, and while you type that up, just I want to also real quick look at his phone for like contacts and see if I can find his name.
His name is
Please
Dave
tell
Buddy.
me- Oh, thank God!
What's his name?
Dave Buddy.
Yes!
Thank God!
The one truthful thing he said was the most suspicious name of all time.
It's
All
like that bit from Drake and Josh where the two guys are named Guy and Buddy.
Yeah! Oh, man. And I want to look at his like recent calls and texts. Is there anyone he's called or texted in the last hour?
There is not, no. It doesn't seem like he's called anyone in the last couple of months, really.
Lonely guy. Last thing I'll look for, does he have a Venmo?
That doesn't.
He does not.
Ah,
That
damn it.
doesn't mean he's. I don't say this out loud, but that doesn't mean that he's never been in contact with anyone because the three of us haven't called each other. They could have met
Right.
in real life as well.
Hey,
I'll read
guys!
this out loud.
Yuzo, listen to this. This guy has a different message than we got. It says, fight and fight. There are 3 guys who will be your bonus point. Knock them off the road and get an even more good stand. And game team for friends. Oh, he doesn't have a team.
Oh, there must have been hacked on my phone. You see, because I download lots of porn.
So, they didn't
You look
start you with a
type.
team?
Yeah, well, he sort of gives up on the obvious ruse. They signed up for the Havoc Moon game, but they gave me a shitty stand and then told me I wasn't good enough to play proper, so I can only get bonus points.
What? Oh, what's your stand, buddy?
Its name? You want to know the name of my stand?
Oh! Menaced.
Spit it out.
He twirls a lock of hair between his fingers. So, you want to know more? My stand, take on me, allows me to breathe unimpeded through any quantity of vinegar.
What?
That
It lets me breathe in vinegar.
Your
Can I
stand
go
fucking
up to this?
sucks.
I could just break into a.
Tan, I'm going to de-summon Blue Moon. I'm going to go up to this guy and I'm just going to give him a hug. 'Cause
Yeah.
he really needs it.
Honestly,
Yeah, I
maybe...
go to back and just like laugh in his face.
You know what, Dave, buddy? Maybe you should join our team. And by join our team, I mean I'll call you once in a while and ask you to do
Can
stuff
this
for
please
us.
be like part 4 where we're just collecting like friends?
Yeah. Can we do that? Is there a way to like email the Havoc
Really?
Moon guys?
You'd really be my friend?
Yeah. Here, let me see if there's a way to contact the guys in the advert and see if we can add you to our team.
Give me your phone number. I'm just gonna add you to my contacts.
Yeah, same.
Oh, I won a contest, so my number is 777 7777 7777. And that's how you call me.
That is his number. I'm in his phone. All right.
I
Well,
won a contest.
listen.
Tan,
Listen.
this might be my favorite NPC that you've ever made, and he just got introduced.
Is there any way to like email the Havoc Moon guys? I'm like frantically trying to contact them. I'm typing on my phone like, can we add this guy to our team?
You cannot directly contact the management, unfortunately.
All right. Well,
Well, there's not. They didn't really give us any rule set or anything. I don't think that it's like. And given his stand power, I don't really think we should have this guy on the front lines. No offense, by the way.
Yeah,
I don't even know what a
we,
front line is.
My first idea was to let him knock us off the road so he can get a better stand, but then he'll also have a different team, which would be not good for us. I'll tell you what, man. We'll keep you on our phone, and you let us know about your bonus points, and as long as it doesn't involve fucking with us, maybe we'll help you out.
You really do that for me.
I actually whisper in his ear and I say, I have some people that might be able to give you a job much more straight and legal, and they can always use other stand users.
I can't wait for like the one scene later when he like floods a room with vinegar and wins.
No, you will die.
Yeah, well, we're all
Darnell, he's gonna fucking save our lives when there's an enemy stand user that can control vinegar, and because we rescued this guy, he's gonna come back and save us.
He's gonna just like slap the vinegar away, breathe it all in. I don't think so, enemy. All right, Dave.
It's gonna be like when the guy in the hospital saved Josuke.
Well, keep in contact with us for now, and I would just turn around and drive as far away from here as possible.
I would, but you destroyed my car.
Oh, yeah. Well, you should have thought about that before trying to ram us off the
road.
Don't worry.
From you, my best friend, I'll get the bus.
Aigo just hands him like 100 and says, "Take a cab."
Thank you. He sprints a short distance away, stops.
I feel like we actually
just
changed this guy's fucking life.
Maybe. Yeah. Jack's giving him a job, we've given him money, we've become his friends.
And we've added him to our Discord server.
Yeah. We now have a Discord server, that's how we stay in contact.
But yeah, and after a few minutes of him awkwardly trying to hail a cab, he is gone.
Well, I feel like we did a good deed today.
Guess if we ever get into a tango with apple cider, he's our guy.
Hell yeah.
I feel like this is... I actually, in character, feel like this is foreshadowing. Like, somehow there's going to be some sort of vinegar stand.
Maybe. Take on me.
It's going to be called Take You On.
But yeah, the first hurdle has been cleared. This wasn't your actual mission, but you've cleared this hurdle and made a friend. Well done.
Yeah, in true Part 4 fashion.
He's tiny now.
You know, maybe...
This really is the Part 4 to last time Stardust Crusaders.
Wait, were we going to a hotel or something?
Yeah. I for one think we should scram for the cops to show up.
Yeah. As we're going in, I'm gonna quickly glance at the back of Iago's car, and see if it's badly dinged up.
It actually seems, well, apart from the little dent where old Dave Buddy got it with his bumps, it actually seems fairly undamaged. But those will need to be ironed out.
I'm actually gonna call a tow truck to get Dave's car out of here.
You do so.
But we don't know where he lives or anything.
I mean, I can just call him.
Just get it out of here.
Get this car out of the middle of the street.
Come on, I'm walking here.
We have his phone number. We can just call him.
This is true.
So, yeah, that's true. So I guess we'll get that sorted out and then be on our way.
Yeah, before long, the tow truck is taking it off to Dave's abode. And we're back on track to reach the Hans Harbour Hotel, which is very close at this point. You can sort of see it, as I described earlier. It's a bit of a piece of shit. The pest extermination seems to be going on for like 2 years at this point. You don't see any actual exterminators on the ground, so even if that's taking place, is fairly uncertain.
So, oh, sorry, what were you saying?
I was going to say as well, like I said before, it looks like squatters have previously occupied this place. Doesn't seem to be any right now, but you can see sort of abandoned sleeping bags, things like that, just sort of strewn around outside.
There's a little bit of a worry for Hayden right now as he's thinking, because in his mind, he's like, well, this guy was in a shittier position than us, which means there might be enemies who are in a better position than us to start. and that's got me a little worried. But he doesn't say it out loud. He's just kind of thinking about it.
Imagine giving a handicap to the stronger team.
Yeah. It does seem kind of fucked. You'd think the weaker guy would have got a team of 5, rather than, like, us all being in a team of 3 and him being alone.
Hey, for all we know...
Actually, when you put it that way, it's not impossible that the stronger teams get handicaps.
Hey, for all we know, Iago and Hayden might have super weak stands. We haven't seen them yet.
Yeah, that's true. I'm still keeping mine on the DL. To be fair, mine also looks very creepy, which is part of the reason I haven't revealed it yet, because I'm afraid to scare you guys off. It looks very menacing.
Meanwhile, I've got, like, a fucking pool stick.
A very cool pool stick.
Going Pesci, that's all I keep thinking about.
I always aim right for the heart! There'll be a scene where you're like...
You keep reminding me of Pesci with his fishing rods.
There's going to be a scene where you, like, knock a ball through someone's chest and their heart comes out the other side.
I could do that.
Jesus.
Now that I'm confident, I'll always aim.
Yeah, the Hans Harbour Hotel stretches out in front of you. Looks like it's like 20 stories high. It looks like it was once a big hotel, but not anymore. There's sort of a drained pool out to the back. As I said, sleeping bags, just a bit like abandoned thermoses, things like that, just strewn around, which is kind of weird. You'd assume homeless people would sort of take those with them when they left. And through the now glassless front gates, you can see the elevator at the front of the building is already open, as if waiting for you.
The fact that the thermos was left around, that's got my sort of gamer brain going for a minute here. It's making me think that something made them leave in a hurry, or took care of them so fast that they didn't have time to grab it. And
Real
immediately...
quick,
yeah?
Would I have to spend I'm assuming well, I'm not going to assume the answer, but can I would I have to spend AP to, like, go ahead and set and, like, shoot some balls inside, just, like, have them in position just in case?
I will say to position them, no, but once you fire them, yes.
Okay. Yeah, because I think if I'm going to be entering this place, I want to have, like, some balls scattered, like, near the entrance, a ball or two scattered, like, near the entrance, and maybe, like, one inside.
Yeah. You actually only have to spend AP to attack or to use, like, your written ability. If your written ability isn't just spreading the balls around, I think it's, like, the ability for them to stick in place, right?
Yeah.
So if you're just spreading them around, it shouldn't cost anything. But when you attack or, like, use the staying around function...
It's a good thing we're not in part 7, or else Yuzo might have to fight the ball breaker.
Oh no.
But yeah, you position some of your balls around, and you also position some of the stand projectiles around the hotel.
Same thing.
Yeah, I was joking. Yeah, anyone else want to do anything?
I'm very nervous to step forward, so I'm just kind of staying right outside the entrance, kind of looking for
I'm glad that the guy with the highest defense is the most nervous of all of us.
Yeah, well, you don't know that yet. Smile. I'm just a lanky little nerd boy. I'm just, like, peering in before but until both my teammates, like, walk in towards somewhere, I'm just staying outside and, like, looking, like, is there anything, any footprints, any moved dust, any corpses lying around?
Yeah, I'm already ready to go in. I'm just, like, glancing back to them as I walk inside.
Nothing in terms of corpses or anything like that, no. You do sort of catch a glimpse of, like, it seems like there were hotel rooms on every floor of the hotel, and the sort of marked, like, the ones on... So it seems there were hotel rooms on, like, every floor of the hotel, including the first one in this case, or the ground floor. It looks like the one here was marked, the ones, like, here, you can see one's, like, marked 1-01, 1-02, so that sort of scheme. I don't know if that's of any interest, I just thought I'd mention.
Should we just enter the elevator or check out some of these rooms first?
We've got all day. No need to rush.
Yeah, let's check out these rooms then. What do you say, Yuzo?
I've already gone to investigate, as I've said.
Oh.
I'll go in a different room than him, then just start looking around.
Yeah, so as you enter the room, you see it looks like these were once fairly standard sort of mid-tier hotel rooms, let's say. Just sort of beds, bathroom. Sometimes there's another suite for like additional people. But over time, they've been thoroughly wrecked. They're just sort of shredded up mattresses, broken windows, bathrooms that don't bear thinking about. Which I will censor for just for sanity's sake. And
Is there any
Yeah,
like
the wallpaper
jewelry or like silverware left behind?
nothing like that. Anything like that has long ago been stolen.
Damn.
The whole place is just a dump through and through.
I mean, it looks nicer than my apartment.
If there's not any enemies in like apparent enemies in like the main lobby, I'm just gonna take my 2 balls from out front and like quietly roll them along the floor as I keep going from room to room, checking things out.
Yeah, every room you sort of find much of the same thing. You do every now and again, as you're walking, catch what might be music off in the distance. Sort of like you're not quite sure where it is. You just sort of get the sense it's far away. It's like.
I'm gonna pull up.
Great circus music. That's never a good sign.
I'm gonna pull up. What's it called? Shazam, and try to find what the song is.
It's.
I thought you said you were gonna pull up the movie Shazam for. It's like, okay, we're just gonna watch that real quick.
Yeah.
I mean, great movie. I'd be down.
We'll have team movie.
As you're checking on your app to see what kind of song that is, but you actually get a weird message on the app when you try and identify it.
Whoa, what's my message?
Hey,
Oh, he's typing. Oh, Lord, he typing.
get this message.
Censored order. Oh. What's a Spidwiggin Fidden? I say that out loud. I'm like, what's a Spidwiggin Fidden? Because I assume the Speedwagon Foundation isn't common knowledge.
Would I go as a lawyer?
Are we sure
I've ever
this is
heard of
common
it.
knowledge? Because like in part 3, that like random hospital mentions that like
The weird aspects aren't common knowledge.
Yeah. The thing that's common knowledge would be like that they're a philanthropic organization, not that they can like censor and do government stuff.
Well, no. That they're filling. That's what I'm saying, because the random hospital in like part 3 is like,
that's
the
true.
The Speedwagon Foundation's going to take this guy in, and they have the best medicine in the world.
In that case, I'm going to be like, hey guys, look at this. And I will be like, the Speedwagon Foundation censored the song I'm trying to look up.
I like raise an eyebrow at that, but I look away, and I'm gonna try and go find the source of the music. Just continuing to like.
I'll actually stick close to you.
Music they were censoring.
What was that?
Right?
Oh, me. I don't know. I just was looking it up on my music app and it came up, so I would assume. But are you suggesting it might be stand related?
I go this and say it, but I was thinking about something sketchy, but yeah, stand, of course.
Huh. I'm gonna stick close with you guys just to be safe.
Yeah, so you're going to go out in search of the music.
For sure.
Yeah.
Does it seem to be coming from the direction of the elevator?
It does not. It seems to be coming from upstairs.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm headed upstairs to go find it.
Yeah, are there stairs we can use instead of the elevator? Because nothing good happens in an elevator.
There are stairs.
Okay, let's just do that.
Just climb up the elevator cords instead of using the elevator.
Yeah, so you go from floor 1 to floor 2, and as you keep going up, the music is persistently like far away. It's almost as if the source of it, as you're moving towards it, is moving away from you.
Huh. Weird.
That's... Okay,
How high does this place go?
It's around 20 floors.
Does this, is like, are the hallways like linear or circular? Like, could we try and corner it by
Just sort of linear, like straight lines, like sort of Shining style.
Right. So in that case, if we kept following it, it would eventually hit a dead end, right?
Would assume so.
Right.
How hard can you hit those balls of yours, Mr. Kayama?
I can, like, I'm not really sure how to put that on a scale, but I can snipe pretty well with them.
Yeah, I was just gonna suggest, do you think maybe you could snipe this guy and then we could reach him without him keep running away?
Well, I could try, but I don't have line of sight on him, and I have no idea where he would actually be outside of a vague direction.
Yeah, you're right. We should probably just keep searching for now.
Like, I could fire off a bunch of balls at once, but there's no guarantee that would do anything.
Right. And we're not splitting up, right? Because that's always when bad things happen in horror movies.
Yeah. I should mention that, well, my stand is pretty good in close combat. I say as I like twirl it like a bow staff. It's specialized for speed and range.
Oh, don't worry. If we get into a scary fight, I can take the front line, says the scrawny little nerd boy.
Got it. I trust him because, like, Giorno in Part 5 was a twink.
The twinks are always the most dangerous in JoJo, it's true.
I mean, I think all of us here are twinks, aren't we? Well, you're not a pretty twink, but...
Ouch.
What's your twink stat?
Oh, you're talking about the characters. I thought you meant in real life. I was like, damn.
You're not a twink.
You wish.
I'm not a twink in real life. Not even close. I'm very rotund.
Hey, for now, we don't know the future.
Ooh, there you go. Positivity.
Hit the pretty boy shape.
Alright, so, yeah, I guess we just keep heading up and trying to chase this guy.
I think we should split up.
That is what I just said we should not do. I'm very scared.
Yuzo covers one end of the hall. You and I, maybe we cover the other end. Don't give him any escape routes.
I kind of look to Yuzo. I'm like, would you be okay on your own, or would you? I'll just say it now, without being too specific. I'm going to be able to protect whoever I'm with. So, which one of you feels more confident on your own?
Like I said, my stand is pretty good for close range, but it is specialized for long range. But I should be able to handle myself if you guys want to stick together.
Alright, looks like I'll be helping you out then, Mr. Wagecuck.
Wagecuck, what?
Don't worry about it.
I like have to cover my mouth to not burst out laughing as he says that, and I just continue on.
Alright, come on. Sorry, I meant Mr. Way. It slipped out. Lead the way. Oh, no pun intended.
Iggy Wagecuck.
You know, on second thought, I think I'm gonna go with Yuzo.
What? You're leaving me alone?
But you said you could handle yourself, couldn't you, buddy?
I mean, I guess, but I assume they're like already gone.
Him on the back. You've got this. Trust me.
Alright. I guess I go the other way, but I just keep looking back nervously until I can't see them anymore.
So yeah, you end up sort of all walking through the hallways. It's like having a Scooby-Doo encounter.
Alright, gang, let's split up. Velma, Daphne, and I will look for Mr. Jenkins. Scooby and Shaggy, you look for the flayed corpse of God.
I love that meme.
So, Aiden, your method of searching, I imagine, is a little less ordered than the more experienced.
Yeah, it's me just like kicking trash around, and like I'll look in a room, and if the room looks like it has valuables, I'll be a little more thorough. But if it doesn't, I'll just be like, I'll peek in and leave.
Yeah, and you're sort of rummaging through. You hear it very close.
Hey, who's there? You don't want to mess with me.
Somebody stops.
Oh shit. I scream very loudly, and hopefully my allies hear. I scream.
And as you do, you feel a hand on the back of your shoulder. Something wrong.
I slowly turn around, like shaking.
There is a clown behind you.
Immediately, I just try and like punch him in the face. I'm not very strong.
Something wicked this way comes.
I try to
so
punch
you're
him.
gonna punch her in the face.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Roll for
try.
strength, my guy.
All right. So that is D8. I got a crit.
Nice.
Oh, hey.
Well, there's no crit
Slam
in this
your
system.
fist.
There's no crit unless you
Yeah.
are rolling 2 dice. But I got the highest on a D8.
You punch him in the head. Like you do an uppercut. Not through design, I imagine, more through reflex.
Yeah, it just happens on accident.
As you hit him in the back on the shin, his head goes flying upwards, his neck stretching out to nearly 2 meters.
Like a fucking rock'em sock'em robot.
That's exactly what it's like. And where his neck is, it's like the bellows of an accordion sort of swaying. Going,
Hey, Tan, is this gonna be bungee gum?
it's not bungee gum.
What?
I
I back up.
It's the clown, and he's stretching around. It sounds like bungee gum.
It's completely different. It's like the bellows of an accordion, what his neck has just become.
Yeah, and I just start. I like fall on my ass and start backing up in the room until I hit the wall.
So yeah, it's a clown. Like he's not really wearing like a clown uniform. He just gives off that impression. He's got his dyed pink hair that covers his face apart from his big.
Like the
grin.
fucking guy from Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah,
No.
that's what I was talking about, Darnell. It sounds like a lot like Tan is throwing us to Hisoka.
Oh,
No,
Lord.
it's not Ahsoka. Oh, it seems you tried
it's my
to kill
OC
me.
Hosaka.
What did you say, Tan?
It seems you've tried to assassinate me.
No, you just. Please leave me alone, freaky clown. Allies, I need aid.
It would be really funny if we couldn't hear him.
It would.
Should we test it?
Test what? Wait, is that him talking to me?
Should we test if they can hear you?
Sure.
Yes, I do believe we should.
How would we do this? What stat would this
I
be?
don't know. I don't think any of these stats fit. into
Charisma?
that role.
I guess you could argue charisma, maybe dex. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I think Hayden would have to roll charisma.
Oh, this will be bad. That's my lowest stat.
Yeah, I know.
No. I try to scream and I just like. Yeah, it comes out like a voice crack.
The rain. I thought the rain sounded like Josuke.
It's funny. They told me there was going to be 3 of you. Seems not. What's wrong? Did
You don't want to mess with me. Who are you?
The name's Funko. Funko the Clown.
Oh my god.
This used to be my old hunting grounds.
You better.
Until I was sent to El Prisoner. That's
I
Spanish
can't
for
believe
prison.
we're fighting a Funko Pop.
Oh, you stole my pun before I was gonna make it. Damn you.
I thought that's what Tam was going for.
You better back off, Funko, before I make you go pop. What do you mean hunting grounds?
You saw, didn't you? And he's like, has a big creepy grin as you feel his malice. And he's like, my trophies.
Dear, what?
As you look around, you can realize like all the sleeping bags and thermoses that have been left behind.
What are they? They just sleeping
The
bags and
trophies.
thermoses? Oh.
People don't seem to realize they shouldn't sleep where other people shit. Ooh, I sort of swear.
What have you done?
I made them disappear with my stand. Send in the clowns.
That's kind of on the nose name, don't you think?
As he says that,
Yeah,
you can hear
you
the
should have a
music
more
just sort of coming
vague
from
name
nowhere.
like Mr. President.
What'd you say, Tian?
As he's speaking, you can hear the circus music with no actual source just sort of surrounding him.
Alright. I'm giving you one last warning. You really don't want to mess with me, man.
Oh, please don't. Oh, but you hit me once. Isn't it fair I get a good hit in too? And he starts like cartoonishly winding up his arm like Popeye or something.
as he's like getting ready to punch, I go, Sloth Rust! And you see like, it's a very scary, like thin, I want to say almost Slender-Man-ish looking, like naked caricature with no eyes and like rust-colored skin and really sharp nails appears in front of me. Think like some kind of creepy mummy, or maybe like King Ramses from Courage the Cowardly Dog. If you've ever seen that.
I have not.
And it looks very... Oh, I'll have to show you that later, Stigma. It looks very fucking menacing. It looks way scarier than fucking Hayden looks. And it's just like, as it comes out. Just breathing heavily.
It's fucking purple haze.
Yeah, it's like that level of creepy, kind of.
And as it emerges, he unleashes his punch in your direction, his arms stretching out like some fucking gum pistol shit with the accordion bellows like in the split in his arm as it's sort of lunging towards your face with his fist at incredible speed.
Alright, so normally how this would work if we're in combat is every round you roll initiative and he has to beat the initiative, but I assume he's just getting a hit in.
Yeah, he's trying to return what you gave him.
So you'll roll the damage, and I believe it'll be minus my defense, which is 10. So we'll see if he can manage to hurt me or not.
Let's see. So his damage is strength plus defense -2.
Alright.
So we roll that. Sorry about this, guys.
Oh, good. We're learning the system.
D8
Thanks, type stand.
plus a D plus T10, and I'll just take 10 off it.
Yeah, and then -2, because it's also -2 for the damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Slothrush just, like, completely blocks the hit with its arm.
What? None of the other rebel had stands. That's cheating!
Alright, do you want us to start rolling initiatives and treating it like a proper combat now?
Well, it depends on what you do. You're going to try and fight him right here, or maybe try again to get your friends, or run, or where do you think you want to do, mate?
Well, I tried to scream once and it failed. This guy hit me and I stopped him. So now I think, like, Hayden, finally the fear starts to melt a little bit, and he gets a very menacing look in his eyes, and he goes, I tried to warn you! And he's going to have Slothrust just, like, let out a blood-curdling screech and try to slash at his throat.
In the distance, wherever you two guys are searching.
If Slothrust is making the noise, I don't think he needs to roll for it.
Yeah, he doesn't roll for that. But you do hear the screech in the distance. That is definitely not circus music. You don't know exactly what it is because you haven't seen Slothrust, but you get the idea. That's something to focus on.
Hey,
Right.
So,
hey, did you hear that, Iggy? The rain just sounded like Hayden.
Since we haven't done the initiatives yet, do I also just roll damage?
It's time to roll initiative. Well, of course, the enemy's initiative is set at 8.
Alright, how do initiatives work again real quick? What do you roll for them? Is it dex?
Dex
You
plus
roll
speed.
dex and speed.
Okay, so for me, that is d6 plus d6, so 2d6. So 2d6, I got a 4. So he has to beat 4 on accuracy to hit me. It's also, yeah, you reroll at the beginning of every round, though, unless it's an enemy with a set one. So I'm not too worried.
Ooh, you were talking quite tough, but look at your legs shaking. Perhaps I'll give them something to really shake about. You're deaf.
What's this guy's fucking initiative?
It's 8.
Alright, and what was his name again, Funko?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll put it there.
My initiative is 19.
You know what?
There's like.
Oh, sorry, go
I
ahead.
imagine, like, right after that, Tan, can I just, like, have, like, after I hear that, I ricochet one of my balls that I have set up and send it, like, flying into the room that Hayden was in? And can I have it try and attack the clown guy?
Oh, you have to put all the dice together, Stigma.
Okay, right.
And also, I started a thread you could type it in. I figured it might be easier to do in there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, cool.
Well,
So
let
you
me
can send
see.
the ball this direction. It'll come into effect at the end of the round, though, just to keep the initiative sort of consistent. For this
Actually,
one
never
round.
mind. Ignore the thread. The thread doesn't let the bot in.
Yeah. Oh.
Stigma, you put a space between the 8 and the plus.
Well, I mean, it could be. We could still use it for keeping track of things.
Yeah. I'll just use that thread to keep track of like the.
There's no spaces, Stigma.
Stigma, just D8 plus D10, no spaces. You got this.
Just type it the way we've been typing it. Yeah, there you go.
All right, so I'll put Yuzo 19. He already has that. Iego 9, and then Hayden 4. And that's redone at each round because that's also our AC as well as the battle order.
Right. So right now, Iego isn't here in the room, so it's going to start with that. Well, I don't know really because.
Well, I assume
Yuzo
Yuzo and Iego are going to use, because you have to use an action to move, are going to use their 2 actions to like move towards us.
Well, I'm going to use 1 action to just like, because I've already set up the balls to ricochet. I'm just going to fire 1 back there. And Hayden already said that he specializes in, that he's good at defense. So I'm not really worried about him. So, and clearly something's wrong, so I think he could use at least a little support. So I'm gonna use 1 action to just like turn on my heels, summon the cue ball before me, and slam my blue moon pool stick into it, and fire the cue ball, ricochet it off an object ball, and have it slam into the clown if I hit. And then I'll use my other action to run back there.
Right, okay. So to calculate that, let me just have a look at the combat.
So I assume it'd be his usual accuracy roll, but you might apply a penalty because you can't see it or something?
Yeah, let's do accuracy minus additional 1 there.
Alright, so I think that'll even out because yours is usually... What type of stand are you again? Assassin?
I'm an assassin, yeah.
So I think your usual is +1, so it'll just be the straight die for whatever your attack roll is.
And that will go against Funko's defense, if I'm correct, is that right?
Yeah, it'll go against 8, and if it beats 8, it hits. Yeah, Dex plus Speed +1, so it'd be Dex plus Speed.
I think that's like 9 defense, or 9 damage.
Oh, no, you rolled damage second, that was just a hit.
Oh, okay.
Your damage roll is... so you hit for sure, so now your damage is Dex plus Speed minus 1, and then it's minus his defense after.
Yeah, okay. Oh.
Right. So you roll the damage now, or?
Yeah, it's just the same dice for you, but a minus 1.
Okay, so that's...
So 14.
8 damage.
No, you got 14.
Yeah, but...
Oh no, his defense is his defense stat this time, not his initiative. The initiative is just to hit him.
Okay.
So what's his defense stat, Tan?
His defense is 4.
Oh, so he takes 10 damage.
Time to teach you and then it goes for his side. He's like, ow!
I like, can it like slam him like straight in the chin?
Sure.
It's like when you get uppercut when a villain gets uppercut mid-speech.
And again, as he does that, his chin flops back with his head sort of stretches and flops back and forth. How dare you? My dignity, my sovereignty. I don't like this. And the target of his rage, who in this case will be Yuzo, is not here, so he's glaring from his chin being all the way back. You can see his eyes glaring at you, Hayden.
Sweat.
How dare you? My face, my beautiful, comical, gorgeous, handsome, and radiant face. You'll die for this.
Well, maybe we could rethink the whole dying thing.
Rethink? How will you rethink without a brain tissue?
Right. Well, next it's...
I don't think we're going to be able to befriend this one.
It's Iego's turn, right?
Iego,
sorry.
It's actually Iggy.
Yeah, I'm just going to call you Iggy, too. I give up.
Alright. Well, I think he's going to hear screech, and he's going to go, holy shit, and he's going to, unlike Yuzo, he's going to run towards the source of the sound.
I mean, I am running. I just attacked first.
Yeah, I think he means he's using both his actions to move.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, so you sort of skid to a halt in the door frame as you see Hayden facing off against this stretchy fucking clown man.
Yeah, and my very spooky looking stand Ooga Booga.
Oh, how
Always the clowns.
look what you've done to me! And as he's sort of doing that, the music's warbling around him. And he sort of roars of anger as he lances out a hand towards you, Hayden. But he's not trying to punch you this time. It said it goes towards your leg to like grab you by the leg and swing you into the opposite wall.
Oh god. All he has to do is beat a 4 with his accuracy roll. I take it he's a defender based on what you rolled before. So that's strength plus defense plus 2? No.
It is the strength plus defense plus 2.
Yeah.
So let's see what he gets. Let's see.
I think no matter what he'll hit, because even if he rolls 2 1s plus 2, it'll be 4.
Oh god. Let's see how bad it is. Because it'll be funny.
It'll be funny. Hopefully my defense, he can block me from hitting the wall too hard. Oh yay, no damage.
So Iago, you see this horrifying sight as, like, in a burst of motion, the hand stretches out far past like his joints, just sort of stretching out like the bellows of an accordion, grabs your new associate Hayden by the leg, and swings to smash him into the opposite wall.
Oh god.
So that'll be damage at this point then.
Yeah, which is for a defender, strength plus defense minus 2. Oh, I'm not
That's
worried
exactly
at all.
right.
I don't think it can hurt me with its dice.
Oh, that's my mistake. Sorry, let me roll again. I didn't do it. I just did it as 4 straight up. Yeah, so you sort of brace your body, I take it, as you hit the wall. So it sort of knocks the wind out of you, obviously, just from the impact, but it's not like damaged your body or anything.
Right. I'm like fetal position, curled, as I was like getting slammed. Ow.
And there's another action, I believe, from Funko's part here.
Yes, sir.
And you'd notice, like, as you look up, he's like got 2 of his fingers pointing towards you. And as you're watching, the 2 fingers stretch out, just like his arms did, zooming right for both your eyes.
No! Oh, he's trying to blind condition me, I assume. Or whatever that would be. I don't know where the statuses are.
This is accuracy once again from him.
Where are the status effects again?
So in the quick start guide, those are just underneath the combat section.
Okay. I'll find that real quick. But yeah, I assume you'll
It'll
help
be
me through that. So if he rolls a
strong,
certain number,
blind.
Yeah, if he hits a certain number, he'll blind me.
Exactly. So let's see what he gets. Does that hit there for you?
Anything should hit me with his dice, because I only rolled a 4 for initiative,
Right.
so yeah, that hits.
Let's see the damage then.
Did it hit its status number it needed to inflict me?
It did not, no. So
Thank goodness.
this is going to hurt, but it's not going to like blind you.
Base.
Let's see how much damage it does. Oh. So
Yeah.
I assume that does nothing to you then.
Iago gets to at least witness how resilient my boy is, despite his looks
So-
thanks to Sloth Rust.
Yeah, you squeeze your eyes shut and you just sort of feel them the fingers slide over your eyes. As the stretchiness of them is also a detriment because they're not really like stable structures right now.
Right. I go, ah! And then I'm like kind of slowly opening my eyes up and I'm like, is it my turn now?
No, you should have been blinded.
I'll show
Internally,
you.
Iago's just
I
thinking,
think we
wow.
roll initiative again right now, and yeah.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
until
Well,
after the round ends, right?
It
'Cause I'm the
has
last
to
in
do
the
his
round.
thing still.
Yeah. So I'm a fighter type, so I roll strength plus power minus 1. So for me, that is a D8 plus a D12 minus 1 to hit. So,
How are you going to try and hit? Like, what maneuver?
So Sloth Rust is going to reach forward and try to slash at his accordion neck with its like long claws. All right, and that is an 8, so I believe that just makes his initiative, right?
I believe so.
So for damage, that is strength plus power plus 1. So this is gonna hurt. 14 minus 4, so another 10 damage.
And you can see like bits of like the paper flying off his neck as you slash into it, and he quickly retracts the accordion bellows, like narrowly avoiding his head just falling off completely.
And then for my second action, I'm gonna try and strike him again. This time, Slothrus is gonna kick hard at his knee to like kick it in so that it bends inwards.
Oh.
Alright, so that's another D8 plus D12 minus 1. Another just barely hits. And then that is another 10 damage. Wow.
You feel like hear a crack. And even though it's your standard Diddy, you can sort of almost feel the sensation of the muscle and bone breaking underneath your foot. He sort of is forced onto one knee, going the wrong way by the attack. How dare you damage my body and cause me inconvenience?
How dare you cause us
fucking
inconvenience? I told you I'd fucking pop you, Funko.
And then everyone rolls initiative again, I suppose.
Yes,
Unless you
sir.
have another one.
God damn it.
So what is it? Speed plus Dex?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was a 7 they rolled, by the way. We should probably say what these rolls are.
Oh yeah, I got a 10. Yuzo 7, and then what did Iago get? Or Iago? Or Iago. Fuck.
13.
Ooh. And then is the clown still 8?
It's always 8, yeah.
Alright, so you get to start us off this time, Iago.
I think, Igo, he sees what's going on. The conclusion he takes from this is, wow, this clown's pretty weak.
Well, he's managed to take like 3 very strong attacks at this point. I don't know if we want to call him weak just yet.
He's
all he sees is Hayden holding his own. And so he's sort of gonna outstretch his arm, like, and he's gonna say, "Flaming lips," and out comes sort of a swarm of buzzing, flying insects. That's gonna just try and basically wrap itself around Fuso and start stinging it and stealing his body heat.
Ooh. Alright, so that's an AP from you. Oh, I forgot to spend my AP. I used 2 AP. So that is an AP from you. And then you're a magician, right?
Yeah, I am a red magician, yes.
So you roll int plus range minus 2 to hit. And then you also had the same... I think we all took the same AP.
Yeah, I think so, you did, yeah.
Yeah.
Int plus
I feel like
range,
that was
right?
just the most pragmatic amount of AP to take, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, int plus range minus 2, yeah.
Yep.
15.
Wait, do we still spend AP on like normal attacks with our stand? Like using our
Yes.
stand to throw a punch? That's weird. All right.
Yeah, a normal stand attack is an AP, and the first ability is 1, the second ability is 2, the third ability is 3. But just using your stand without using the ability is free.
Like, but that's what I was asking. Like a normal attack with it wouldn't really, not necessarily an ability attack.
It still says it costs AP in the book, but if Tan sees fit, we could always change that.
I'm fine with that not being costly.
Okay, so-
because I have it written on my sheet that like my melee weapon is the
Yeah. No
So
worries.
in that case, I think Jack and I would get our APs refunded, and only Stigma would have spent so far, right? Because he's using his actual ability here.
well, no, my
no,
ball...
Yuzo's been like firing these billiard balls around.
Oh, right.
I'm fine with like my balls costing AP.
Right. In that case, I haven't spent any AP then, so based.
But yeah, so you're draining the heat from the body of the clown there.
Yeah, it's like just imagine like a cloud of mosquitoes just like all like ganging up on someone and like they're like taking out the body heat instead of the blood.
So you made
Which I assume is also piercing, into her body.
So you made the roll. So when you steal the heat, are you like trying to do damage, or are you applying a status to him?
wouldn't it be both? Because like it'd be like the penetrating the body and like it's like the mosquito mouth taking out the
Right,
heat.
yeah. So as you're draining the heat, you notice that this is actually especially effective in the areas that have been stretched out, like the accordion bellows. Those are like freezing over entirely, as what little heat they had is just being taken away by the mosquitoes. And he's sort of frozen, one arm still like in his mid attempt to poke through Hayden's eyes here. So his arm's
Did we
stuck there.
find his weak point like after we've already beaten the shit out of him?
He jumped him.
So now you roll damage, I think, and you do the damage automatic. Okay, no, your accuracy. Okay, the condition number's on the damage check. So what is the condition you're inflicting, and what is the number for it?
Wait, isn't the magician still just int plus like range
Yeah.
plus 2 for damage?
Yep. Now, it's just int plus range and then plus 2. So what condition are you inflicting, and what's the number you have to hit to do it?
Let me check the conditions again.
Yeah, wound
I
reduces
would say
dex,
wound,
poison
probably.
reduces strength, dazed is int, silence is charisma, trauma is all, but that's like a special.
I would say wound probably, because like his dex is gonna be reduced because he's going slower. He's like frozen.
Yeah. So like a wound 6, wound 8. What would you say, Tan?
I'd say wound 6 because this is very easy to do on like the parts of him that.
All right. So you'd roll your damage, Stigma. Oh.
It was a 4. It came out as a 4.
So he didn't even take damage either because his defense is 4.
Oh dear! So like you can see the frost building, but he like breaks free of it, like flailing his arms around. Oh, you think I'm an easy opponent? I'll kill you first, Iceman.
Chill out.
Oh, I hate that man.
All right.
What
So are you
killed the
gonna?
dinosaurs? The Ice Age.
Are you attacking again, Stigma? What are you gonna do for your second action?
Okay, having two actions is still feeling new to me.
Yeah, it is very weird. I think it's because one of them is usually used to move, but since we're already in range, we basically get 2 attacks.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
a very enclosed area, so there's no room to like dodge around or.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I think after he says chill out, Iago will redirect like most of his insects onto the guy's head, and like he'll be going for the eyes like he went for Hayden's eyes.
Oh. So this will
He
be
won't-
a blind, right? Or I guess dazed.
Yeah, it'll just be I think since he seems resistant to freezing, it'll just be a regular attack though.
Oh.
Alright, and then the regular attack won't cost you any, right? Is that what we decided on?
That's what we decided. If it's just stinging and things like that, yeah.
Based. That's a hit.
So yeah, he sort of staggers backwards as he bites his eyes. He's like he abandons his efforts to attack Samuel, starts sort of retracting his arms, like clawing at the stands covering his eyes.
Did you say Samuel?
Yeah,
Samuel Hayden.
Flashback. Alright,
Last
so
online 5 years ago.
that's another 7 damage, right?
That will be, and he's obviously on his last leg. You can see like blood. Like you can't see his eyes because his hair's hanging over it. We can see like blood trickling down from there. As he's just and like he's on one knee, one of his legs is clearly broke. He's just sort of becoming angrier and angrier as this whole thing's going on.
Well, I gotta say, you may not have been much of a fighter, but you definitely gave us a laugh.
Oh, how dare you laugh at Funko the Clown?
I think...
I thought the Joker always wanted to make Batman laugh.
You're not Batman!
not that you know of.
I think for Hayden's last move, he's gonna have Slothrus sort of like raise his leg high and then kick this guy in the back of the head in a way that'll like stomp his head on the ground with like the accordion bellowing out.
Roll for it, my guy.
Alright, what have I been rolling? Shit.
You're not in there, my guy.
D8 plus D12 minus 1. Alright,
And it's a 10.
so then D8 plus D12 plus 1, so that's 7 for the damage.
And with that, his head goes crack on the. You finish him off. Like, is this an intended kill or unconscious? What are you aiming for here, Hayden?
I think Hayden's never killed anyone before, so I think I'm going to try to go unconscious, but if you deem it was a kill, I'm cool with it.
It's up to you, really.
This feels like a JoJo Part 4, so I think we're going for non-lethal.
All right, yeah. So I'm doing a comedic amount of damage, but because it's like JoJo stamina, he's retired.
Yeah,
not dead.
yeah, exactly.
Retired. Funko the Clown, retired.
Yeah.
Can we like find him at the end of the campaign, like as a normal clown, like not hurting anyone anymore?
Come on, let's go get our manga autographed by Rohan. And that's all she wrote.
Yeah. But yeah, and the music immediately ceases, and you realise that music was his stand. So it's a good thing you did try and like attack the stand because it's made of sound.
Nice. So was his music just what was allowing his body to be all accordion-y?
That was like the physical form of his stand, and its ability was making him accordion-y.
At this point, I show up at the door, and I'm like, oh, shit.
Yeah, I'm going to assume by the time he gets here, I've hopefully retracted my stand, because it is very spooky looking.
Oh, I guess I
have a very high dexterity, so I probably got there before.
Up to 10. I don't mind if you saw it, but like I'm going to try to retract it before you see it. So like even if you catch it, I'll be like, oh shit, and pull back afterwards.
I will leave it up to you guys. Maybe you saw like a glimpse of it.
Yeah, whatever.
Not like a distinct, like, up close and personal.
I'm fine if Jack caught it. All that's important is that Hayden was clearly trying to hide it.
Right.
It's very scary.
Okay.
Wait, I'm a bit confused, but wasn't Iago able to see it because, like, he was
Iago did see it because you were already there. You saw it fully.
Yeah.
So I show up. I'm gonna be honest. I don't really care that his stand is spooky, and I'm like,
based.
Hey, did I hit him?
Yeah, you did. Actually, you kind of saved my ass there.
Oh, thank God.
You're probably lucky you didn't see what he was doing because he was really creepy. Like his body would stretch out like an accordion, and he kind of gave off like a creepy pervert vibe. It's just
Yeah.
The same type of stand as Star Platinum.
Creepy pervert Star Platinum.
I think Aiko might be a bit shaken by what he saw, but you know, he's gonna be playing a cool, nice Monster Mash like stand you got there.
Yeah, trust me, I don't know why it looks so creepy. It freaks me out too. That's just what I got when I got the advert.
We gotcha.
Very menacing. It freaks me out. I prefer not to use it when I don't have to because it's really scary.
As Hayden's talking about that, I'm just like twirling my pool stick.
And I think the effect of Aigo retracting his, and I think the effect of Aigo like withdrawing his flaming lips is like all the buzzy insects like flying back into his sleeves.
Oh, that's dope.
Freaking out.
Rocky.
What did you say, Stigma?
Sorry about
that. Pardon?
Sorry, excuse me a moment.
Something about your stand having an effect.
No, okay. I just said that like sort of the visual effect for Aigo withdrawing his stand is like like the swarm of flying insects like going back into his sleeves.
You're like the fucking Pain from Metal Gear Solid 3.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. So now we've all seen each other's stands, so it's all out in the open. Well, what?
No. Yeah, you're right. I would have seen it when he retracted it there, yeah.
So I'm glad we took care of him, but I kind of kick his, like, still moving body because he's alive. I'm like, what do we do with this guy?
I know some people that can deal with him. Just why don't you let me deal with it?
Sure.
Aigo's gonna like look a little suspicious. You know, that's the second time you said you know some people. Should we know these people?
Hey, you're a lawyer. Don't you know a bunch of people wage cuck?
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure you have. I'm sure you have plenty of contacts yourself, don't you?
Well, I was more of a personal affairs lawyer than a criminal lawyer, you might say.
Oh, so you're soulless.
He's gonna grab Aiden by his hoodie, like the neck part in front of him. He's say, "Hey, want to say that again, buddy?"
It's like the bit from the fucking B movie where the mosquito's like, I was already a blood-sucking parasite. All I needed was the briefcase.
But please let me go. I was just kidding. Funny joke I heard.
He's gonna like stare Aiden right in the eyes for a second before letting go, and he's gonna say, "Yeah, that's what I thought."
If you missed it, Tan, Yuzo said he's got friends he's going to call to take care of the body.
Right, okay.
With friends like these.
But at this point, the only thing left for you in the Hans Harbor Hotel is, of course, the elevator, which is still waiting on the ground floor.
Oh yeah, did we still not get any messages from Havoc Moon after beating Funko?
You did not know.
I guess we have to go in the elevator after all. Funko is just like the side encounter. He's not even the main thing.
I fully expected that, if I'm gonna be honest. Not to mention, like, nobody else showed up.
Mm-hmm. Alright,
it's like the first of the fucking assassins in part 5.
Should we get to the elevator, I guess?
Yeah.
Nothing else left to do.
Let's just do it. I'm recalling my balls.
He's so scared.
Grow up.
It'll never not be funny, especially when you were talking about rolling your balls on the ground earlier. I was just imagining like dragging your nutsack across the carpet.
I've just got like the biggest fucking balls.
Yeah, it's like that episode of South Park where he's got the huge balls in the wheelbarrow.
You can just call me the Magnum Dong.
Okay, I guess that's a different part. That's a different piece of anatomy, Jack.
Right. So the elevator. The three of you step into the elevator. This is very much different from the rest of the hotel. This looks like it's the only thing that's ever been cleaned here, to be honest. It's spotless, sterile almost. And as the three of you step in, the doors slowly slide shut, but the elevator does not move. Instead, you hear this noise. And then a voice begins speaking over the sort of intercom within the elevator. It's a distorted voice, obviously sort of modulated. Hello. And again, welcome to the Havoc Moon game. It appears you've already cleared the round before it began, so congratulations to you. I'm sure you have as many questions for me as there are stars in the skies, but unfortunately, this is only a recording, and so I cannot directly answer any queries. However, I will answer the most common questions I imagine you might have in your hearts at this point. Shall we begin? First, I must apologize for the incoherence of my collaborator. English is not their first language, and they are not the kind of person to learn. Second, this is a common query. May I leave the Havoc Moon game? There is a point at the beginning of the game where you can leave without ill effects to you or your loved ones. However, as you are now in the elevator, that point has now passed. Should you leave at this point, you will be relieved of both your stand and... well, let's not go into that for now. Third, you may be wondering, why should I play the Havoc Moon game? What do I stand to gain? You've been given a stand, a vision of your own life energy. As you proceed in the game, you'll be given opportunities to become stronger. And should you reach the final round, you'll be able to reach your most ideal self. I hope that is incentive enough, if obviously the threat of unpleasantness does not provide a counterbalance. I was going to inform you that you needed to defeat the pursuer stalking you through this hotel, but it appears you've already done that. I congratulate you once again. You are now free to leave. You've cleared the preliminary round. And your next round will be, we will contact you. Please enjoy the Havoc Moon game.
I'm like stroking my chin because he mentioned that was a recording, but at the same time, he also must have witnessed us taking out the clown. So the recording would have just been made and just been put into the elevator.
And with the conclusion of the missions, the doors slide open once again. So if you do want to leave the elevator, you are able to.
Yeah. All right. I guess I step out.
Well,
and I put my hands in my pockets. I'm like, well, that was remarkably easy. I honestly expected him to have companions, but
yeah, I thought, are we the only ones in a team? That's 2 guys we've ran up to alone now.
I don't think we want to bet on that. But
Fair. And you know what? One other thing that I'm kind of relieved is, like Iego mentioned earlier, we don't have to kill anyone, it seems. I mean, we just beat them up real good.
Yeah.
So, we're not doing anything wrong, right?
Something just occurred to me. And
What's it?
I don't say that out loud, but I go back to where the clown was.
The clown is gone.
Oh no. Sweating.
So, I guess he might have been relieved of his life if we've already crossed the point.
Oh.
Could just got up and left.
Unlikely.
Yeah, not after that beatdown.
You?
Well, oh, sorry, what were you saying?
I mean, you ever heard of stands before this week?
Not really.
Not me. Now you got some ghoul monster with you. This guy's got a magic pull stick, and me, summon bugs that freeze people to death. I wouldn't doubt if it's something that keeps them from dying.
Hopefully.
I keep my mouth shut.
There is one other thing I wanted to ask you guys, aside from if we can exchange phone numbers for easier communication. If our lives might be in danger with this game, should we, like, stay together or something? Like, get an apartment or a hotel room, or... I don't know.
I already have my own circumstances. I won't be able to room with you, but I will be able to keep in contact with you.
Well, maybe I could room with you, Mr. Way? I mean, I don't really feel safe in my apartment. There's barely any security.
I imagine that Iggy's eyes just go like fucking red when he says that after we've already established that Hayden doesn't shower.
Say, Hayden, how often do you work out?
A lot.
Right. You know, you got a point about us needing to stick together. If, for all we know, someone might have some nighttime mission to get us in our sleep.
Exactly. That's what I'm worried about. Look, I'll shower more, I swear.
I'm glad we understand each other, Mr. Wright.
I'll clean up. I won't shave, though. That's too much work.
Alright, just, any hands, Hayden, like a 50? Groom yourself a bit. Freshen up a bit.
Of course, I'm gonna pocket that 50 to buy a game.
Did you hear that Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne HD has come to Steam? I can't wait to buy it.
Yeah, now that I got
Persona?
the 50. As meta as it gets.
Oh, is that like Persona?
Yeah, just like it.
But okay, and now slow down. Hayden is too much of a gamer to not know about SMT.
Yeah, I know, I'm just teasing. Hayden definitely is an SMT fan.
But yeah, so with the day at close, how do we part ways for the day?
I am just gonna, take a cab back to my car, which I've left back at the bar, and I'm gonna take that, and I'm going to go back to my reservations.
I'm
I
gonna. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead first.
All right. I'm gonna quickly like grab a game at the nearby store. Go home to get my laptop and like charger. Like I have the bare necessities. Like my apartment's just like a sleeping bag. My laptop, maybe a few books, and I'm
He's
gonna
like
put
a
him on.
monk. He's like a monk, but like unintentionally.
Yeah, he's just that poor, and he's gonna put his shit in the basket of his bike and start pedaling to Mr. Way's address.
I had a slightly different idea in mind.
Oh, go for it. What do you got in mind, actually?
Well, I was gonna say, like, I think, since they trade contact info, Aigo would drive back to his apartment, and then, like, instead of like using his normal car to like transport luggage or whatever, he'd like get a big rental truck, like not realizing just how broke Hayden is, and, like drive it to whatever address he texts from Hayden.
Yeah.
The fucking moving truck.
You're like ready to help me move. I've got a laptop, a couple manga books, like a toothbrush, and a half-used bar of soap.
Well, look on the bright side. We can like use it like Grandpa Max's RV in Ben 10.
Oh,
Okay,
perfect.
I got that reference.
Yeah, I can even put the laptop in the car and like type on it like it's all fancy. Yeah, but he can literally carry everything he owns in a single duffel bag, maybe two for one for the clothes, and that's it.
I'm drinking for that.
Right. Okay. And Jack, you mentioned you were going back to sort of your residence. What's that like?
I gonna be honest. I was trying to be all mysterious about it, but I don't really have anything in mind.
So I assume you have I assume your employees have like paid for an apartment for you, maybe.
Yeah. I just have like, I have a pretty standard apartment, like middle class.
So as you reach your apartment, you notice the door's ajar.
Oh, that's
Oh.
great. I'm going inside.
As you poke your head in, you see that all your furniture has been like thrown apart, just sort of it's like someone's strewn their way through the whole place. And in big red letters on the wall, someone has like scrawled the word cheetah. So by sight, you can't really identify what's going on here, what that substance is, but your nose, you've been in this business long enough to know what blood smells like. And with that, the first session comes to an end.
So, at first I was thinking maybe he cheated in the game, but now I'm thinking maybe is Yuzo a player?
Well, like his ex-wife came and did
Yeah. That's
unrighted.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with the Havoc Moon game. She just wrecked his house.
That would be a very funny plot twist.
I dug my key into the side.
I can confirm that I've not been married yet.
So one last question I wanted to ask you before we end off, Tan. How are we handling the money? Like, are we doing every session? Are we doing like jobs? Are we going to even be able to spend money on items, or would you prefer we don't worry about money and items like
I
that?
would rather not really worry about it, to be honest.
All right, just like generic. I'm poor. Yuzo's middle class. Way's rich.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, that was fun. Did we level up at all,
It's
or
a
are
bit clumsy than
we?
usual.
Yeah.
Something we really need to remember next time is we have to read out the results of all the rolls,
Yeah.
Yes.
like
Yeah.
explicitly.
Yeah, I didn't think of that while we were playing, so apologies to everyone who had to just like watch us awkwardly roll. And maybe next time I can like instead of just vocal, I'll record like the Discord so you can see us rolling or something.
That's actually a pretty good idea.
Yeah, but that was fun. Anything else we need to know before we end off, Tan?
Nothing I can think of. We'll hopefully get some more music
If
in
you
it next
record
time.
the Discord, they can like see our statuses, and they'll be able to see me like shilling Doom Patrol off in the corner.
Based. Yeah, my only worry before was I didn't want to record it and then get like a very personal private DM because people like DM me a lot. But I can just put it on Do Not Disturb or something and hope it doesn't pop up.
Hey,
Yeah.
sweetie, did you buy those condoms yet?
Yeah, God, I wish. Oh no. But I'm excited.
I can't believe that just got censored.
No, I don't think anything had to be censored this episode, actually, unless there's something.
Okay,
you
let's
guys
get into
really
it then.
want. Tanhony, no, you can't say that!
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh!
Darnell, why did you delete everything I just said? It's been for so long.
I can't believe there was just like 30 minutes of the Charlie Brown adults talking.
Wow, 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 wow. But I got very lucky this time around doing the OBS recording because I don't think anyone cut out for me, so it should be clean on the recording.
Nice.
Yeah, I think
there might be the most
more about how to set up enemies for this system as well, because Funko the Clown was like comically easy.
Yeah, he also had a lot of health. I think
I
maybe
imagine that like in future sessions we'll be facing off against like larger teams. So
yeah, with like less health and more people.
This was
Okay,
like a tutorial for me as well.
I hope you mean more health, Darnell, because I don't need them getting one shot.
That guy got 40 health. That was a lot of health, like 50 health, I think.
No, it was definitely less than that because he went down in like 4.
Well, no, I did a 10 damage, then 7, then 7, then Stigma did like 7, then you did 10.
Okay. Yeah. Alright.
He was pretty beefy.
And whoever designed this like reality TV show is like messed in the head.
Yeah, I know, right?
Well, yeah, they trashed my apartment.
Yeah, or your
And
ex-girlfriend. It could be your
Yeah.
ex-girlfriend. She just thinks you cheated because you were always like gone on your missions or whatever.
And maybe it's like someone else's ex-girlfriend, but you just got the wrong address.
That would be the most funny plot twist.
To be honest,
The
that
neighbor
would fit.
sheepishly comes
That would
round.
honestly, honest to God, fit in JoJo. Like that would be a fucking part 4 episode.
Yeah, Polnareff goes into his room, just says cheater.
Why is Palmeref breaking into my apartment?
No, I mean, that would happen to him.
Because you're like,
Yeah, like
your
if
bathroom's
Paul
so
Derek was in
clean.
your situation, Jack.
Was I dating Palmeref?
You would
really, like,
if you were
Polnareff-
based.
Polnareff breaks into your house and sneaks into your bathroom like, so clean.
I like look into the bathtub and I see a little turtle down there.
Well, there's like the wacky
Today
JoJo music
again.
playing, like, I can't even do it.
All right. Well, thank you guys for watching part 1 of Havoc Moon. If you liked it, let us know in the comments. Hopefully we'll see you around next time. We're going to try to record and put out at the same time every week, but, you know, as we figure out scheduling how tabletops work, don't expect it to be as consistent as, like, the podcast, but we'll do our best.
We'll do our best.
I should also mention that I'm getting transferred around at my job, so my schedule might be changed in the next week or so.
Right, so...
We'll start this as it comes, yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to figure it out as we go. Thank you guys for watching, though. That was a ton of fun, and we'll see you next time. Bye!
Bye!
Bye.